We just got the next trailer for Space Marine 2, and I gotta be honest, it's everything I thought it would be and a little more. So I'm gonna break down everything we know so far, everything we might know based on what we can infer, and lastly, things we don't know, but might also be a possibility. First off, we know there's going to be a campaign that can be single player or up to 3 total players. There will be a co-op PvE mode based on mission objectives, so think Exterminatus, but with actual objectives other than just kill everything. Lastly, 6v6 player versus player game modes were confirmed. I can only assume that Deathmatch and Domination will be 2 game modes since the first game had them, and anything outside of that, I don't really know. Maybe Capture the Flag can be in there as well. The next major reveal was character customization. Just like Space Marine 1, we can customize our Astartes to our heart's content. In the trailer, you can see several different paint schemes, but the important thing to notice is that some of these different color Space Marines are all Ultramarines. This leads me to believe that not only can we customize our Space Marine with all the flair that we want, but we aren't locked to specific chapter color schemes, which I thought might be the case. We also saw some Chaos Space Marines, and we will likely drone and drip across the 2 factions. I can see people talking trash already in lobbies about how good your Space Marine looks, so don't get caught lacking, boys. Next, we have weapon customization and different weapon tiers. All of these bolters that you see are standard issue. Here you can see there's an appearance menu for the weapon, and here you can see there's a progression of the weapon's quality. I think this is just for campaign and the PvE game mode, since PvP would be a slaughter for every new player. We also see a point system here, so this makes me think we can either pick and choose what skills we want, or we put points into weapons that we want to upgrade. We also have loadouts as well. Next, we have more than just a few types of Tyranids. This was probably obvious, but I saw a few people complaining about the first few trailers only showing warriors and gaunts, but realistically, you shouldn't assume that that's all that's going to be in the game based off of early trailers. So just in case you were still thinking that, that's not the case. And finally, we know that there will be a battle pass system. Now, this was recently talked about on the Steam community page. There won't be any microtransactions whatsoever. That being said, we now know the team over at Saber Interactive plans on supporting the game via cosmetic DLC in the form of battle passes similar to games like Fortnite. And I gotta be honest, I'm kind of here for it. If they're going to focus on Loyalist first with Ultramarines, and maybe the second battle pass is Black Legion. And in the future, maybe we'll finally get some love for the Night Lords, because they just look great. And Alpha Legion they're going to be a threat cosmetically, okay? You're going to see them all over the place. Now let's move on to things that we can infer given the information we have available to us right now. First things first, each battle pass will be based around a chapter or warband. The first is centered around Ultramarines, so I imagine they will bounce back and forth between Loyalist and Traitor forces. The second battle pass most likely being the Black Legion, or possibly the Thousand Sons. Then back to another Loyalist chapter and back and forth. All of these will most likely include everything from armor pieces to cosmetic items like robes or purity seals to expand the full potential of that warband or chapter's cosmetic appearance. Second, the 3-player co-op mode will most likely have its own story similar to Halo 4's Spartan Ops. It'll take place parallel to Titus's campaign, which was confirmed on the Steam page today, but I honestly can't see them not expanding on this since it's the next best thing to do to complement the PvP portion of the game. So I would expect new missions and more content for that PvE mode to expand the side story that's in the game. Lastly, we know for sure that if you pre-order any non-regular edition that you will get 4 days of early access. Now it's time to speculate. First and foremost, we saw the Death Guard with their unique look rather than a recolored Black Legion armor. This means we most likely will have unique armor for each trader's warband. I also saw the concept art book that was leaked, so if anything tells me this is a possibility, it's because I saw it with my own eyes. I won't show you anything since I don't want to get smoked, but I'll just throw up some possibilities that we might see in the game. It is a concept art book. It's concept art for a reason. It might not make it into the full game, so just be aware that this might actually not happen. However, now that we've seen the trailer, I think it's safe to say it will happen. I will say, don't expect every chapter or every warband. I'm going in with the assumption that every major chapter and warband is covered. Blood Ravens, Red Corsairs, chapters, and warbands that are outside the main Legion origin other than must-haves like Black Templar may not be in the game on release. So don't get your hopes up, but also if they are in the game, that just makes it that much better. And for all we know, you might have to just make it yourself. We see that the Ultramarines have their full getup, so you might have to just kit bash, if you will, your own Astartes to represent whatever warband or chapter you want. We also know the campaign will consist of more than just 3 characters shown in the trailers. We see a lot of Ultramarines here and potentially the entire second company, given that the Thousand Suns show up. So I don't know if this one cutscene is like right before the reinforcements arrive or something, but there's quite a few more than just 3 Ultramarines. I don't think Magnus will show his face in the game, but if he does, there's really only one person capable of taking him on. And I don't think they're gonna go through with that. I don't think they're gonna bring in 2 Primarchs to a game right off the bat. I think maybe they'll save that elsewhere. We might see the beginning of like a new story arc with the Thousand Suns, but I don't know. The game's not out yet. We don't know where it's going to go. It might be a cliffhanger where we see the Thousand Suns again in a sequel, but who knows? We don't know. The game's not out. This is all just speculation. Okay, I'm sure there's more stuff I was thinking about, but I just wanted to get this video out there for you guys. Space Marine 2 is looking fantastic, and I'll be there 4 days early, so be ready for streams, videos, whatever else I might want to do with it. I'm excited. Let me know what you think, and I will see you later.